Yeah. So before we go into the more around that principle, because you also had kind of like a rebirth with your new profile. But before we dive into that, I have a few questions here from Norway. We have there's actually a girl from Portland who is working for us. She has a couple of questions. Her name is Jordan again. One of her questions is, what are some exercises TBWA does to help identify and maintain brand stories?
Good question, Jordan. This 7 stories exercise is an excellent one. And this is one where you can do with your clients. You lay out the 7 stories, you explain that to them, and have the clients write down what story they think that they are trying to tell. And we did this once for Michelin. I thought it was really powerful, and I thought for sure this is for one of their passion divisions. They do they do a lot of work with racing and what have you. And I thought for sure that this was really going to be about a quest. Michelin is always about perfection. These amazing products. So we go around the room. We did this as an open exercise with some clients in a workshop, and my first surprise was a lot of the story was overcoming the monster, and the monster was boredom. Interestingly enough, that Michelin was there to create excitement for their customers. I was like, wow, okay, fascinating. And then there was another part of the room that was they went right into quest. They were really about the obsession and the perfection of a quality product. But there was one guy, the only client, who thought that the idea was about journey and return. And everyone sort of asked him, okay, explain why you think it's journey and return. And he said, because as a tire brand with the stature of Michelin, they could take a customer into any paddock in a race. They could take them to places, whether it's Porsche or Ford. They can go anywhere and show parts of the world that no other brand could show you. And that was, how they could serve their customers. And I just remember, the clients that were around the table, everyone just kind of just went, wow, that could be great. And it really helped us, then go and create, some work using that as a guide. So doing the 7 stories as an exercise is fantastic.
Cool. So she has a follow-up question.
All right, Jordan, go for it.
In regards to that. So she says, if a brand identifies with 2 of the 7 story types Rob talks about in his presentation at Yale, is it possible to combine the 2, or would it be more powerful only focusing on one?
Well, I'm not a blended Scotch fan. I try to be a purist. I try to encourage our clients to be purists. So I would recommend not doing that. I would try to, you could run parallel paths, but I think it's stronger if people know what the story is. We worked with a Finnish brand. We did a workshop with them called Neste. You may know this company, Neste. Fantastic company. And we did the exercise, and they were on a quest. They really liked Quest, and they were on a quest to make a better world for their children. That anybody who works at Neste, we're going to be on a quest to make a better world for our children. And this is driving the company. It's really powerful. And there might have been a few others in that presentation where you could, potentially combine it, where we're overcoming the monster of human fallacy or what have you. But doing it as a quest, I think everybody really felt quite strongly that they could deliver on that.
Yeah. Do you know any examples of, or would you like to name them? Any terrible examples of storytelling gone wrong?
Well, now you want to get me into trouble.
It would be funny if we could share one.
Storytelling gone wrong. And not off the top of my head, but
No?
if you threw out some brands, maybe I could tell you if they're... I mean, one thing that's... okay, maybe I can help you this way. That wasn't one of Jordan's questions.
No?
Okay. I thought this was kind of interesting. I looked at Interbrand's best global brands. And one thing that's powerful that you realize is that of, say, the top 25 or 20, a lot of them have stories. Several of them don't have clear stories. But the ones that have stories are doing well. So, you know, Apple overcoming the monster. Google is on the quest to organize the world's information. Coca-Cola is on a quest to make the world more open and connected. Amazon, we have kind of, you know, we feel this is a rags to riches story. Not only that anybody can shop at Amazon, but the Jeff Bezos story. His origin story is a rags to riches story. And so it's interesting that for the brands that don't really have a clear story, and they may very well have a story, it's just not clear to us, be it Toyota or Oracle or even Honda. You know, their stories just are not clear. It doesn't mean that they're weak brands. They're not. They're obviously on the Interbrand top 20. But they might be able to do things, they could galvanize their forces even more if their story was clear.
Yeah.